today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. While for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
Getting it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week. Accurately, 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board.
1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the
scores from around the NFL, you and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. First is Garoppolo. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Side to 20. He's got Ayuk once again. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett in this first half. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Myers' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. In front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. First down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown.
To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest.
Now, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And it's Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Last carry, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Targets Metcalf right now. This is 3rd and inches. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Step aside. San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Illusion. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. Off just by a bit, maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw on down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there.
Situation, you want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside.
They'll look to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
8 under a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. That's to the right side. Completion. It's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. We'll stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They go back to Carson here on second. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On third down, it's Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And his kick is good. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.